Do you wish you could be the present mom you've always wanted to be, but still need to provide an income for your family? Are you tired of scouring the internet for legit jobs that will replace your income and that you can do from home in your PJs? Hey friend, welcome to the Virtual Assistant Mama podcast. I know you're over there Googling jobs for moms, legit work at home jobs, or start a side hustle, yet you can't figure out how to take that first step. So instead, you stay stuck, do nothing, or start random side hustles to try to make quick money. Becoming a virtual assistant is the answered prayer you've been waiting for. My name is Ariana, and I'm a former teacher turned work-at-home mom who replaced my teaching income as a virtual assistant in just 6 months. I did this by taking a step of faith and following the dream that God placed on my heart to be home with my babies. Mama, your dreams pale in comparison to God's dreams for you. Imagine offering services that light you up, working with clients who value you and pay you what you're worth, and having a job that works around your life and not the other way around. This is the podcast for you. It's time to take that first step. Are you ready? Here we go. One of the biggest things I hear from people who want to become a virtual assistant, but they just don't think they can at this time, one of the biggest excuses that I hear is that they just don't have the money to invest in this yet. Now, I totally understand everybody's situation is different, but I think there are some things you can kind of analyze and cut back on in your life potentially that could help you make this dream come true faster. A lot of people see investing in themselves as throwing money away and they're not going to get it back. But when you're investing in your dream and something that's going to allow you to make more money, you're investing in your skills and that investment's going to come back hopefully 100%. Most likely 100%, but hopefully even more than that. Okay, so what would you say if you knew you could make back whatever your investment is in becoming a virtual assistant? What if you could just make that back with one client and then every other client after that was additional income? So in this episode, I want to share with you 5 ways that you can save money so that you can start your virtual assistant business. Number 1 is to pre-plan your meals and buy in bulk when you can. If you are just going to the store, you don't have a game plan of what you're going to be eating that week, and you're buying all the ingredients, you might get home and realize, hey, I already have 2 of this thing I just bought. Or maybe you could have got whatever items you bought at the store. Maybe you could have bought them in bulk and gotten them even cheaper and set aside that extra little bit of grocery money towards your first payment for a virtual assistant course. So if you pre-plan your meals, that's going to really help you save a lot of money in the long run. And one really great thing that we do that I like to recommend is we make 2 to 3 really big meals every single week. And then we just eat those leftovers all throughout the week. Now, I know some people just are not about the leftover life, and I get that. But this works for us. We get to kind of rotate them. So it's still a mixture, but it's a really great way to make a big meal in bulk, buy the food in bulk, and then you're saving money. All right, tip number 2 is related to this. It's eating out less. So if you have that game plan in place for what you're making and you make the food ahead of time, prep it all maybe at the beginning of the week so it's not as overwhelming when you actually go to make the meal, you're going to be more likely to eat out less frequently and you're going to save a lot of money. I mean, if you have a family of 4 like we do, it's probably like close to, I don't know, $60 to $100 depending on where we're going every single time we eat out. And if you're eating out twice a week, that could be $200 that you're kind of wasting every single week. Okay. Now, I love restaurants. I love eating out and having fun. But if you're just doing it because you don't know what else to eat, you have no food in your fridge, or none of the food sounds good, well, that's a problem, and that's definitely a place that you could be saving money. All right, tip number 3 is to make your coffee at home for a while. If you're buying Starbucks every day, I just encourage you to keep those receipts and see how much you're actually spending on coffee a month. It'd probably be a little bit scary, okay? So if you just made coffee, I don't know, if you made coffee at home 50% of the week, you'd probably be saving a lot of money, okay? And you could probably afford a virtual assistant course like my Virtual Assistant Mama Academy just by doing that for a month or 2, you know? All right, tip number 4 is to look at any recurring expenses that you have that you don't use Is there a TV subscription that you never watch anymore, but you're still paying for? Are you on a phone plan that you don't really need that big of one and you could downgrade to a smaller one? Where could you cut out expenses that you're just not using like you thought you would? Tip number 5, this is kind of related, is to have a budget that you're updating regularly, because when you have that budget, you'll be inputting those expenses that you're getting, and then it'll be like, wait, I'm paying for this and I don't even use it. Like, I know for me, I love to read, but sometimes I just get in such a busy season that I just don't have time to read. And so I'm just listening to free audiobooks from my library. And so I was paying for Kindle Unlimited when I didn't even have time to read the books on Kindle Unlimited. So I went ahead and canceled that. So if you have a budget that's helping you figure out where your money is going, you can really see, where am I spending this money and do I really need to be spending money there? Or can I keep those expenses even just a little bit and start saving that money so I can invest in my skills and knowing how to set up my virtual assistant business? So I hope this was helpful. Let me recap those 5 ways to help you save money so you can start your virtual assistant business faster. Number 1 is to pre-plan your meals and buy in bulk when you can. Number 2 is to eat out less. Number 3 is to make your coffee at home for a little bit. Number 4 is to look at any recurring expenses that you don't use. And number 5 is to budget. All right, if you're wanting to dive in the virtual assistant world and you're still trying to figure out what to do, I do have a free workshop coming for you that's going to teach you the 5 Ps of becoming a successful virtual assistant. You can register for that at arianavernier.com/free-workshop or find that link in the show notes. As long as you register, you'll get the link to watch the training live, or if you can't make it live, you'll also get the link for the replay. So go check that out. I can't wait to see y'all there. I hope you have a wonderful new year, and we will see you back here in 2024 for our next episode. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I would love to bless you with a free gift as a thank you. All you have to do is leave a review of the show on Apple Podcasts, take a screenshot, and send it to podcast@virtualassistantmama.com. I'll send you a code so you can snag my virtual assistant toolkit for free. And don't forget to come hang out with us in our free community, facebook.com/groups/virtual assistant mama. I'm so honored to support you in your journey to becoming a virtual assistant. Until next week, y'all, keep following the dreams that were placed on your heart so you can be the present mama you've always wanted to be.